Okay, so this is going to be an instructional / overview video of the 2024 Swift Carrera 144. First of all, we're going to go around the external of the vehicle and then we will go into the habitation area. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to open the bonnet, and the two reasons for this: one, so you know how to open the bonnet, and then two, I'll show you some of the components under there as well in case you need to jump start the vehicle for any reason. As you can see, this vehicle does come with an awning. You'll get a separate link on the email how to set up and use the awning. So to open the bonnet, what you need to do is come to the passenger door. If you open the passenger door, you'll see here at the side of the dash is the bonnet release catch. Pull that down once and that will then release. So as you can see, I've now got access to the bonnet area. So if you need to jump start the vehicle for any reason, down here there'll be a black cover, but that silver plate there is going to be your positive terminal point, and then your negative terminal point is just on this nipple here. Obviously under here we have obviously got your engine oil, and then obviously your screen wash fill, which is just down here in the corner in front of the driver. So now we are going to carry around the external of the camper van. So the first compartment we come to is going to be next to the passenger door, and here we have your diesel fill and AdBlue fill. On your diesel fill, you just need to use your vehicle blade key and that will give you access to that. The next compartment we come to is going to be your freshwater fill. So all you need to do is put your hose pipe in here. When the water starts to come back out, that means your freshwater tank is completely full. Obviously before filling, you do need to make sure that the freshwater tank valve is closed for the drain, and directly below that is where your freshwater drain valve is. This is controlled internally. Same with your grey waste, there's a switch inside above the kitchen which we will get to. So the blue one is your fresh tank drain, and then this little two prong, you can get a whale pump connector. Basically this is a 12 volt feed, so you can actually pump then fresh water out of a water bud into your tank as well. And at the rear we have your external barbecue point. So all you need here is just a quick release connection onto here, turn the tap on, and then obviously you've got gas external. As you can see, I've got the rear of the doors open. We have got a tow bar here, and then in this side here we do have your drain valve, which is underneath these drawers, which I will get to once I lift out. There we go. So when you slide out this drawer here, this yellow valve, it's hard to show you, but there you go. So that yellow valve down there is your valve to open or close. So if you're closing it, then obviously when you fill up your boiler with water, this will obviously hold the water in. If you want to empty your boiler from water for winter, all you need to do is twist this yellow valve and that will close, and then all the water in your boiler will drain out of the camper van. So the reason you need to obviously close that valve is obviously when you are wanting to have water in your boiler to have hot water in the motorhome. Now on the driver's side, behind the rear axle, so we've got this is your flue in effect for your boiler. So when you are on gas, this is where the fumes do exhaust from. Next compartment we come to is going to be your mains hookup. So that's where you plug in at campsite. So when you are two reasons: one, charging the motorhome, the leisure battery, and also giving you two 40 volt on the 3-pin sockets. Next compartment is going to be your your toilet cassette. If you want to take out the toilet cassette to empty or clean, what you need to do is lift this orange tab up, pull the cassette towards you, and that will then release. Take out the cassette, and if you want to empty it, orange nozzle on the left, twist it out to the left and take that grey cap off. If you tilt up, put your thumb on the button on the right. If you hold down this button, that lets air into the top of the cassette, so all the fluids flow out a lot faster. Once finished, grey cap on, twist the nozzle back in. Also, you can open this blade here to clean internally with a hose pipe if needed. And on your grey cap, there is a measuring, some measure levels for if you're using chemical, so you can pour enough chemical inside. Once finished, align it back up, slide it back into place, and all you need to do is just make sure that this orange tab is securely down, so then your cassette is not going to move in transit in or out. Directly below that, here we have your grey waste. So again, this is controlled by a switch in the habitation area above the kitchen, which we'll get to, but this is where your grey waste will empty. Here we have, you can get an adapter from Whale, so in effect have an external water pump, so you can obviously have a shower outside. So you just need to take this cover off, and then obviously you can connect onto that with a 12-volt system on and the pump running. This vehicle has been converted to have a gas low system fitted, so this is where you will connect onto. As you can see, there is a cover for this which just clips onto there like so. So that is where you connect onto to fill up the LPG. Next to the driver, the steering wheel, here is going to be your gas level. So you do need your ignition on for this, because this then picks up a sensor, and you will get a light indication of how much obviously gas, LPG, you have got left, if it's empty or full. So that is everything external wise on the camper van. So now we're going to go into the habitation area. So we have got a fly screen here, so you can slide that across. We have got 3-pin socket, so in effect you could have power outside when it's a nice day, or if you've got the awning out. And then we've got your control here for the electric step, as you can see, going in and out there. We do have a fold-away table for outside as well, which is secured up here, so that is great. As you can see, got passenger and driver seat swiveled. This dining table here does fold down to create a down it to berth here. So all you need to do is fold it down, get the table on the rail lower down, and then this leg in effect folds, the bottom one folds in half to make it half of the size. So then obviously a cross here makes up your down it to berth. Under this bench seat here, which is the 2 travel seats, we have got storage under there. And then directly above the habitation door, we have your control panel for the habitation. So as you can see, in the middle is your on and off for the master for the 12 volt. To the left is your water pump. Only turn your water pump on when you've got water in the system. You don't want to burn this out running it dry. Far left, as you can see, water, the inlets at the top, that's your fresh water level. That is your water heater, so that's a fresh water heater. Up here is your water level, so this will give you a gauge on your water level there, so you can press levels here and it'll give you all your lights. So as you can see on the right hand side, I press this is giving me a gauge for my leisure battery level, and then give me my fresh water level, currently empty, and also it's giving me the vehicle battery level, and then this one on the top right is your grey waste, so everything is currently empty. As you can see, we've got an awning light at the top. As you can see, the light went off there, so this is just indicating that which is what is on or off. So if I switch it on, green light, that means it's on. Here, that's indicating that I'm running off the leisure battery, but you can see a wire going to like a switch there. That one there is when we're plugged into campsite, so if we're plugged in a mains hookup, that will light up there, highlighting we've got show power. And then this bottom right one is your habitation lights. So it's quite straightforward, to be fair. To the far right, we have got your heating and hot water control. So on the left side is your hot water. So if you want hot water, obviously fill up your boiler with water first, otherwise you will fault this. You can either press plus. So if you want to run it off gas, you can do. Turn the gas on there, and as you can see, it will flash orange. It will ignite. Once it ignites, it will flash orange. And you can turn it up to, so you've in effect got low and high on hot water, and then you can run it off 3 kilowatts of electric, which it won't go on because of no mains hookup plugged in. So in effect, you could run the hot water gas on its own, or you can do electric on its own up to 1, 2 and 3 kilowatts, or you can do mixed as well. So if you're at campsite, you can put gas on and run some electric at the same time on the hot water. And then the far right, this is your heating control. Same again, plus and minus. So the plus, obviously the higher temperature you want, and lower down minus is the lower temperature. You do have a night mode, which will then obviously maintain the temperature a lot quieter. It just reduces the fan speed. And the same again for your source. You've got gas, which is obviously the LPG, which is connected already, and then electric. Same again, you can do mixed as well. It's quite straightforward. The biggest thing is just make sure the source is available. So obviously if you turn on gas, make sure you've got gas obviously in the tank. If you turn on the hot water to try and heat it up, make sure there's water in the boiler. Here we've got your kitchenette. So obviously we've got a 2-ring gas burner. One safety advice we do recommend is this glass cover here, just to leave this up once you've used the stove, just to let everything cool down. We have your kitchen tap, hot and cold. So if we want to use our motorhome with water, the first thing we need to do is shut all the drain valves in the motorhome. So we need to shut the fresh water, we need to shut the grey waste, and we need to shut the boiler valve. And what we're going to do is fill up our boiler and pipe work with water. So what I'd do is come to the control panel, turn on the control panel, and then turn on the water pump. Once the pump is on, open the tap on the cold side. Once you get a steady flow of water on the cold side, you can twist it then to the hot. What that's going to do from the hot side, it's going to take water from the fresh water tank into your boiler, and then from the boiler to the tap. Once you get a steady flow again on the hot side, close that. That means all your water system is ready to use when needed. The only thing you do need to do is obviously turn on your hot water to boil it, because it's not instant hot water. Down below you've got oven and grill, and then as I was saying, in this cupboard up here we have got your switches for your drain valves. So as you can see, got your fresh drain valve up top and your waste drain valve at the bottom. There is a label up here just telling you how them buttons work, how the valve opens and closes as well. Here we have got a TV aerial. So all you need to do is undo this nut up here, slide the bar up and twist this around, and then on here you will have, as you can see I've just switched it on, a light indicator there. So that should give you indication of signal strength. It may go to red if red shows up, it's weak signal. It's usually green, and then I think it goes to yellow or amber for medium signal. So green is quite strong signal. But all you need to do is just spin this pole around to get the best signal, as long as obviously you can get signal where you are. Here we've got your fridge freezer, which opens both ways, and this is a compressor fridge. To turn it on, press and hold the knob at the top, and then it will light up. And this is going to run off your leisure battery. So the top one, we've got your temperature, so you can select your desired temperature. Turn it on full pelt when you first fire it up, just to get the fridge cooled as fast as possible. And that's practically it. You can turn like the clicker off, the noise, beeping and stuff like that, but basically it just runs off your leisure battery. So when you're traveling, your engine's charging up your engine battery, and then charging your leisure battery, which is obviously maintaining the fridge. To turn this off, press and hold the knob, and it will then shut down like so. Below the fridge freezer in this cupboard, you've got a pole here, because in this floor just down there we have got a support to have a table at the rear. So you've got your pole there, and on the right hand side your table is secure there. In your shower cubicle / toilet, in here, if you want to use your toilet, you've got a grey handle beneath. All you need to do is open and close this handle, which is opening the toilet cassette and then closing, so obviously no smells come back up. And then the blue button is your flush, so that will use fresh water from your fresh water tank. You will need to turn on the control panel, the 12-volt system, so the pump is running. And then on the left side, which looks like a toilet cassette, that indicator will light up orange / red when the toilet cassette is full and needs emptying. And then at the rear here, obviously this converts into a double bed traverse. So the frame for the double bed is on this side, so you just need to lift this cushion up, and as you can see there, that's the frame, which then folds out, joins across, and then the rear of the cushions you just need to put in the middle and make up the double bed with all the base cushions and the back cushions across. You've got quite a few light switches dotted around as well, USB points, 12-volt points, sit on both sides, and you have got a lot of storage above as well, and speakers in the rear. Under this side, on the right hand side, under this bench sheet, in this cupboard here, it is just storage now. There is no gas in there because it has got an underslung tank, so you've got a bit of storage in there. These two cupboards here are two pull-out drawers, so you've got a bit of storage there as well. So that is the instructional / overview video complete of the Swift Carrera 144. If you have any more questions, leave a comment below, or you can always drop us an email or give us a call.